As we do every year, Brad and I have compiled a list of gifts specifically for baseball people, baseball fans in particular. And we are excited to bring that information to you right here, right now, because the holiday season is upon us. And if you don't have that stocking stuffed or prepared to be, you're going to be in trouble. So here's what you put in the stocking under the tree. Whatever the holiday you represent and follow, just do it. Just put, these are the gifts you buy for the people that do baseball in your life. Okay, my first one, for those of you that don't know, I love a necklace. Even as a man, some people really don't understand that, but men wear necklaces, okay? And I'm one of them. And but whether you're a man or you're a woman or whatever, a necklace is always a great option. And I found these really cool baseball necklaces, and I've put a link to them in the description, but they come in silver, gold, and black. And they are slick. Silver's easily my favorite.
The
I
black
gotta
is
say,
pretty slick. That
the
matte
black is really sleek and cool.
Yeah.
And but the gold is really, really nice. And for a softball player in your life, I think the gold would be really, really cool. But those are available. I've got them on Amazon. They're made by Pro Steel. We'll put a link in the description. They are perfect stocking stuffers.
That is perfect. I love it. That's amazing. That's an excellent
Thanks,
choice.
man. Thank you. I'm going to jump in here. My next one is a really practical gift.
Okay.
I go to a lot of baseball games, and they're in the summertime, and especially here in the South, and at Truist Park or in Atlanta, the heat is just really intense. And so every time I turned around, somebody was wearing a neck fan.
Oh, we see those all the time at the zoo here in Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought at first I was like, what is that? Are they headphones or like some kind of speaker system? No, they're portable, rechargeable, fan-less, like blade-less neck fans. So, and it's $25 and it's supposed to be super quiet. When you walk past somebody, I can't hear that it's a fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it keeps you cool. I'm getting one for everybody in my family for this next summer. And I think it's a great gift for someone who goes to a lot of baseball games because it gets hot.
That is super smart, Brig. I
Thanks,
like
dude.
that a lot. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I need to
Like
get
I
one.
said, we see them
You need
everywhere.
them.
I do need to get one. Yeah, for sure. I need to get one just to go to the PARK around here. Sorry, I can't say it. Kids aren't in bed.
Don't say that yet. Don't say it. My kids will hear it. That's not.
We can't be going there at 7:30 at night. Anyway.
Yeah. You know, we love to have guests on the show, and we love to have them talk about their stuff, and sharing passions is one of our favorite things, right? Baseball brings people together, and that's what we do. This is why we're doing it. So when we get to have people on the show who are passionate, especially about the things we're passionate about, with baseball, super duh, but also writing and books and storytelling. And we have had some awesome storytellers and awesome writers on the show. One of them is Tim Brown, who wrote The Tao of the Backup Catcher. This book is beautifully written. It is elegant, but it's also honest and true. And it tells the story of Eric Kratz, who spent his entire Major League Baseball career as a backup catcher and what that looks like and the impact on him, family considerations. This is a great book that goes behind the scenes and really gets into the heart of baseball as a player. And I think it's the perfect companion item for your baseball fan. I love this book.
Yeah, that book was awesome. It's a fantastic read. Especially as like somebody who played catcher. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. That's legit. I love it. And it was cool getting the perspective of somebody who was, or I guess it's secondhand perspective, right? Since he wrote it, and it's about Eric Kratz and his experience. But no, anyway, I think it's a fun read
They
for
kind of
baseball people
co-wrote it, I
especially.
think, but
I remember he said that he was like his primary
reference point.
reference. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
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 So
Anyway, it's awesome. And Tim was great. If you haven't watched the interview we did with Tim, you've got to. It was really, really fantastic. It was
yeah,
a
it was
great
great.
conversation. Okay, I'm going to do another book.
Okay, you would.
Since we're on the topic, I have 2 books. I would. This book I just got done reading. I have been, Baseball Family, I have been on an absolute, I don't want to use the word crusade loosely, but I have been on a tear, on a hunt. I feel like Indiana Jones, trying to find all of the baseball literature that's out there. If it's a baseball story, I want to read it because I'm a storyteller and I want to know what the greatest baseball stories are. And one of them that I read recently is The Fireballer by Mark Stevens. This book was so interesting. It was entertaining, it was compelling, the characters are great and all that. But the basic premise of this story is that Frank Ryder is a pitcher who is haunted by his past. That is a baseball related tragedy. And throughout the course of his life, he becomes a Major League Baseball pitcher and he pitches 105, 108, 110. He reaches 110 miles an hour in the book.
That's crazy. That is fiction.
His range his range goes from the up like the low 90s. He's got a changeup that's at like 91, and then he runs the numbers all the way up to 110 miles an hour. And it's very current. So Aaron Judge is referenced in here, Aroldis Chapman is referenced in here, things like that. It was written, I think, in 2017. It holds up. Frank Ryder plays for the Baltimore Orioles. And what's interesting is not only Frank's personal journey, but also the journey of baseball itself trying to cope with this new phenomenon, this anomaly, and what happens and what should happen and how much interference on the game the owners, the players union, the umpires union, the fans, how much of that of each group, what their opinions are and how much influence they want to have over the future of baseball given this new advancement, this new development. And so it's a really interesting look, especially as we go through and we talk about pitch clock and we talk about, mound visits a couple of years ago and all the different changes that keep being pushed and proposed and imposed. This is a really interesting look at the different angles you might come to those arguments considering. And it's a good story. So The Fireballer by Mark Stevens.
Cool. I like it. I'm probably going to go read that next, Brig.
It's pretty good,
You
man.
are growing my list of books to read faster than I can read them.
Dude, yeah, that makes sense. I read a lot. This one is geared to your kids or your athletes, youth or adult athletes or whatever. I have a ton of hair. And it is a huge problem for me, especially when I'm in the gym, especially when I'm trying to keep sweat out of my eyes or doing yard work or whatever, that kind of stuff, right? So I wear headbands. And so do all of the players in Major League Baseball, especially those with freaking long hair like me, right? It's this whole thing that's happening. So I think one of the best things you can do, especially for a youth athlete, is to get them a headband featuring their favorite team. And you can go on and find these. You can find the ones that their favorite player may have worn during the season and get them the same one. They're $20. And I found them on Shields website. I also found them on Rally House website. They used to be available on Junk Brands. Junk Brands is the company that kind of pioneered all of these stretchy screen printed headbands, but apparently
they don't have the baseball ones anymore.
They don't anymore. I just looked.
Don't. They have college, NHL, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Brad's excited.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a Believe a headband that says Believe.
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, you are. Anyway, so I wanted to make it easy and just send you to Junk Brands, but they apparently don't have the license anymore, and that is a crying shame. So I had to dig. I still think it's worth it. I still think that the person in your life with long hair or the youth athlete is going to benefit from this. Even bald people like Brad are going to love these because it keeps the sweat out of your face.
Yeah, exactly right. Because I don't have hair to filter the sweat, so I
Yeah,
have to wear. That's part of the reason I wear hats all the time. I don't
yeah,
love that reason, but it
for
works.
sure.
And I've been wearing headbands a little bit more. So,
Here's the other thing too. These have been available at every minor league baseball stadium that we've been to in the last couple of years, and we usually pick one up.
oh yeah, like for the
Mm-hmm.
minor league team,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So if you're at a minor league stadium, that's another good place to snag one of these.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I might get one for Wilson
See, that's what I was thinking.
because
Growing his
he
hair out
has
too.
super long hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
he needs headbands when he plays sports. Like when he's playing flag football right now, and he needs one. So
Bangarang.
I might find one for him. But those are great. they're super cool.
Yeah, I have
I
like
like
8.
those
I
a
have a
lot.
pirate one. I have Yankees ones. I have, I have one that says everything hurts because everything hurts all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, I have an army one for when I
Yeah, I
feel
saw they had
nostalgic.
army ones.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it's cool. It is. It's really cool. I like those, and they're really awesome. Sometimes I wish I actually had hair to go with stuff like that.
Yeah,
And by
you
sometimes I
get
mean
away with
like
it.
all the time.
I have a lot of people in my life who imbibe. All right, they like to drink and they like whiskey, particularly. I used to. I'm totally stone cold sober now, but back when I was drinking, I would have loved baseball shaped ice molds. These
Those
are
are.
they're so cool.
I snuck a peek, and I might just get that anyway, Brig. I don't even put ice in my drinks, and I think
Yeah,
that's cool.
it's so cool. I love them so much, and I still do the non-alcoholic things, and I'll have a soda with whatever. But this is like a cigar or something. But this would be the perfect addition to that. And so, if you're just plain old a junkie, or if you have a person in your life who has everything and you need something really cool to get them, this is such a fun thing. They're not expensive. We'll put a link down in the description. They're on Amazon, but they're
Hmm.
not expensive, and they're super unique. There's no obligation to use them either. Like you just leave
Yeah,
them in the freezer until you're ready, right? You just fill
yeah,
them up, and anyway, I love them. I think they're so awesome.
yeah. That's super cool. I peeked, and I was like, "That's super cool."
Yeah, they're cool.
I peeked before we started.
Okay, last one. These are okay. Pause. I'm going to take you down memory lane, Brad.
Okay,
Once upon a time, in a land called Utah, there once
a
was a boy
land
named
that is now a place that is now called Utah.
there once was a boy named Brig, and he was very small. And his family converted their garage into a manufacturing facility and a fulfillment facility for homemade goods. And that homemade good was scented candles. And we made a crap load of scented candles. it was it was a family business. We did it for years. We loved it. We hated it. We fought over it. We celebrated over it. It was awesome. But now I have an overdeveloped sense of what I think I'm smelling. Okay. And I have stumbled into scented candles all the time, a bunch of times. And I found these. They are team stadium themed scented candles. They're made by Homesick. Homesick is the
I
company that
thought that
makes
was
them.
the scent. I thought that was like the
No.
actual like it's Yankee Stadium. It smells like being homesick. I'm looking forward to that.
No, the company's name is Homesick. And it's brilliant. And they feature 20 of the 30 teams you can get on here. So this one's Yankee Stadium. This one's Truist Park. They have Oracle Park. They've got Wrigley. They've got a whole bunch of different options. But I think that that's a really fun way to subtly and quaintly, poignantly, maybe celebrate baseball year round in the home. And they're really fun. Like if you got somebody a scented, if I got you a scented candle, Brad, you'd be like, thanks. But then if you saw it said T-Mobile Park, you're like, oh, okay, that's awesome.
Like garlic fries. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It smells like garlic fries.
Yeah.
Man, if it
I would
doesn't
like that every day. And don't think I won't. Yeah,
anyway,
so I'm looking for I'm on their website right now,
yeah,
and I want to see what Yankee Stadium smells like. It smells like milkshake, cement, and leather mitt.
that
That's
sounds
cool.
right.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
accurate.
yeah.
Bush
Let's see what
Stadium is red clay, hops, and oregano.
Fenway is fresh ivy grass lemonade, cedar peanuts and amber with red clay steel and leather.
Wow, that's quite the
Did you go
top
to
three of
all the
smells.
tasting notes, all the top, middle,
And
and
I'm just on the
base?
page where it shows all the candles, and then it says what's underneath it. It says
Oh
what it is.
no, they get way more complex. So fragrances have 3 levels. You have a base note, you have mid notes, and you have top notes. And the reason you have that is to create a balance in the bouquet. All right,
Oh,
that's what
okay.
you have to do. So you have to have foundational scents. It's like a base note in music, like it lays the groundwork.
Okay.
The top note is like a melody,
I
okay,
will
for your
say this though,
freaking
Brig.
nose.
Minute Maid sounds fantastic because it is orange juice, waffle cone, and fresh grass.
Oh yeah.
That smells like summertime.
Summertime, summertime, summertime
That's
madness.
cool. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
that's
I like
awesome.
that.
Yeah,
And you
they're
know what,
cool.
Brig? Like scented candles are a guilty pleasure of mine.
Me
I'll
too,
be
bro.
honest with you. Yeah,
Me too.
totally. 100%.
I don't even feel guilty about it, hence because of the background. But yeah,
Yeah.
I walk into places and I see a scented candle. I walk in, I'm like,
Yeah. That's what I do. I walk
it's
over,
like I'm
pick
a
it up, and
sommelier.
shove it right on my nose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
how I
sure.
feel.
And then I walk out and I can't breathe because everything's irritated my allergies. And I'm just like, where's that?
Oh
Yeah.
no, no.
Every time. There's always one or two that I pick up and smell like, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's sage. Yep, that's sage.
Sage. You just got smudged.
Yeah.